10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On November 10th, 2024, Quantum Tech Dynamics prepared for a mission that would test the future of space exploration. But within moments of liftoff, Quantum Leap 3's journey would end in tragedy, revealing the intense risks and resilience involved in space travel. 2 days before launch, engineers at Quantum Tech Dynamics performed final maintenance checks on the Quantum Leap 3 rocket, focusing on each component critical for the mission. But in these last-minute preparations, one critical issue with the engine's fuel valve went undetected. As the final countdown approached, the team at Quantum Tech Dynamics was laser-focused on preparing Quantum Leap 3 for its upcoming mission. Engineers worked through the night, double-checking every aspect of the rocket's systems. This mission represented months of hard work and cutting-edge innovation. On November 8, 2024, Quantum Tech's team carried out intensive pre-launch checks. Every bolt, circuit, and fuel line was scrutinized. Safety protocols were meticulously followed, but amid this high-stakes environment, the pressure was on to meet the launch deadline. We had so many eyes on this mission. Every aspect was analyzed, inspected, and tested. But as anyone in aerospace will tell you, sometimes the tiniest issues can slip through unnoticed, especially when you're dealing with millions of components. One technician checks a display showing fuel pressure, nodding in approval as the numbers appear stable. During this stage, an issue with the engine's fuel valve began to surface, but it was subtle, almost undetectable. The engineers, confident in the system's initial performance, noted nothing abnormal. The tension in the room was electric. There was this feeling of anticipation, but also a quiet pressure to get everything perfect. We knew we were handling a powerful machine, and any slip-up could have consequences. By the end of the day, the team was exhausted but satisfied, unaware of the critical valve issue lying dormant within the rocket. The oversight was minor, a single line item in a lengthy checklist, missed in the push to be ready for the countdown. The team signed off with a sense of pride and relief, having completed the checklist and prepared Quantum Leap 3 for its journey. But space exploration is unforgiving. The smallest error can shift the course of a mission, and soon, the overlooked valve would remind them of this harsh truth. Spectators, engineers, and press gather at a safe distance from the launch pad, cameras clicking and recording every moment. November 10th, 2024, a day of historic anticipation. Quantum Tech Dynamics was set to launch Quantum Leap 3, marking a critical test of their rocket technology and a step closer to manned missions. The atmosphere was charged with excitement as the final preparations unfolded. Bob David, the CEO of Quantum Tech Dynamics, arrived at the facility, accompanied by his friend and trusted reporter, Donald McGiggle. Today was not just a test flight. It symbolized the culmination of countless hours of innovation, teamwork, and ambition. Bob and Donald approached the 3 astronauts, Danon, Medium, and Joshua, who are suited up and ready to board Quantum Leap 3. The astronauts exchange greetings with Bob and Donald, their expressions a mix of excitement and focus. Danon, Medium, Joshua, it's an honor. Today, you're not just pushing boundaries, you're paving the way for the future of space exploration. Thank you, Bob. We're ready to make history. The astronauts shake hands with Bob and Donald before turning toward the towering rocket. The crew walks towards the access tower, where they'll ascend to the boarding platform. As the countdown clock ticked closer to 0, the crew boarded Quantum Leap 3, fully aware of the weight of their mission. For the spectators on the ground, it was a spectacle of ambition. For those aboard, it was a leap into the unknown. The crowd falls into a hushed silence as the final countdown begins. The rocket engines roar to life, a plume of smoke and fire billowing from the launch pad as Quantum Leap 3 rises slowly, then rapidly gains speed. The crowd erupts into cheers and applause. Bob watches intently, his expression a mixture of pride and quiet anticipation. Quantum Leap 3 is seen soaring through the atmosphere with a calm but powerful ascent. On the ground, engineers and spectators gaze upwards, captivated by the rocket's journey. Quantum Leap 3 had reached a critical stage in its ascent. Inside the rocket, the astronauts monitored their systems, each one aware of the intense forces around them. But as they approached a key altitude, disaster struck. Suddenly, a rumble grows louder within the rocket. A vibration that was subtle at first becomes alarmingly intense. An indicator on the fuel valve begins to flash. Control, we're detecting irregular pressure readings here. Faces grow tense as the control room fills with warning lights and beeps. Engineers scramble to assess the problem. Quantum Leap 3. This is Control. We're seeing it on our end. Attempting to stabilize. Before he can finish, an explosion erupts from the lower section of the rocket. The screen shakes, and the spectators at the launch pad gasp as Quantum Leap 3 breaks apart, flames and debris trailing in the sky as the rocket plummets back to Earth. A catastrophic failure. The fuel valve issue, overlooked in pre-launch checks, had triggered a chain reaction in the hydraulics and engines. In a matter of seconds, Quantum Leap 3's mission shifted from triumph to survival. On the ground, chaos ensues. People rush around in a panic, staring in shock at the falling rocket debris. EMTs and emergency response teams scramble toward the projected crash site. The twisted remains of Quantum Leap 3 lie smoldering on the ground as medics rush to extract the injured astronauts. Rescue teams moved quickly to reach the astronauts who had miraculously survived the explosion and impact, but they were injured and every second mattered as they were rushed to medical care. On November 13th, the world's attention was focused on quantum tech dynamics. The tragic events of Quantum Leap 3 had left many questions unanswered, and today CEO Bob David faced the media to address them. Bob clears his throat, glancing out over the crowd before speaking. Thank you all for being here. We're here today because of a tragedy, a setback that has affected us all deeply. First and foremost, I want to acknowledge the bravery of Danon, Medium, and Joshua. Despite everything that happened, they showed incredible resilience. They are currently recovering, and we are doing everything in our power to support them. Our investigation indicates a malfunction in the rocket's fuel valve that led to an overpressurization of the engine. This failure was not detected during pre-launch checks. We take full responsibility, and we are already implementing enhanced safety protocols to prevent anything like this from happening again. Mr. David, could you explain what specific actions Quantum Tech Dynamics is taking to improve safety for future missions?
Absolutely.
We're introducing a multi-tiered review process with mandatory inspections on critical components like the fuel valve. We're also developing an AI monitoring system to detect irregularities in real time during launches, which will give us greater control and instant diagnostics. The room falls silent as Bob continues, his voice resolute. This mission was a reminder of the risks we take in the pursuit of space exploration. We are committed to learning from this and making our future missions safer. We will continue to push forward, undeterred, to explore new frontiers. November 14th, 2024. In the days following the Quantum Leap 3 tragedy, CEO Bob David took time to reflect on the mission, the company's purpose, and the responsibilities they bore. Bob places down the reports, taking a deep breath as he looks out the window. He's visibly weighed down, yet resolute. We've always known the risks, but each time it hits just as hard. These missions are more than data points and calculations. They're about people, about dreams. Bob reaches for a photo on his desk showing the 3 Quantum Leap 3 astronauts standing proudly in front of the rocket before launch, all smiles and excitement. He stares at the picture as if drawing strength from their dedication. Quantum Tech Dynamics was built on the foundation of pushing boundaries and embracing the unknown. This mission, though fraught with challenges, had reaffirmed the commitment to innovation, safety, and resilience. Bob opens a drawer, retrieving a notebook filled with initial ideas and mission plans. He flips through it, pausing at sketches of future spacecraft designs, ideas for enhanced safety systems, and mission goals labeled Lunar Ascend and Stellar Pulse. We'll learn from this. We'll come back stronger. Every setback is a step closer to understanding, to achieving something bigger than ourselves. Bob picks up the phone, dialing the head of the engineering department. Get everyone together. I want to review every aspect of the Quantum Leap 3 data and finalize the safety improvements. We've got work to do. Understood, Bob. The team's ready. We won't let this setback define us. Bob stands, looking out over the launch complex as the sun begins to set, casting an orange glow over the facility. The journey to the stars was never promised to be easy, but for Quantum Tech Dynamics, each challenge only strengthened their resolve. Quantum Leap 3 may have been a setback, but it was also the dawn of a new chapter, one driven by courage, responsibility, and the enduring quest to reach beyond the horizon.
Go. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.